All right, so injury update here for you. Ed Oliver will not practice today, out for the game. The rest of the guys that you probably have in your minds, Khalil, James Cook, Taron Johnson, Austin Johnson, will all be questionable and limited today in some fashion, and we'll just see how it goes today at practice. Time's yours.
With Ed, I know we haven't seen him since the hamstring. Is there any concern that he might need to go to injured reserve with this?
Yeah, it seems to be the question, your guys' favorite question this year. It's every year, different every year trends, right? I don't think so, Joe. It's a fair question. I don't think so. I think he is trending in the right direction. So, I mean, hamstrings are usually, more than 1 week, to your question, and so. But I think I'm hopeful for next week. We just have to see.
With that group of guys that will be limited today and are questionable, are you looking for specific things? I know that's a big group, but
Yeah.
like specific things today with just one practice. Like, what I guess will you need? Like, where are they all?
I mean, most of those are like extremity injuries. So I'm looking for really how well they can function at practice today in order for them to be able to do the job on Monday night.
I'm going to ask about Jeff Ullbrecht and just your familiarity with him, knowing he's been with the Jets for a while, but just what do you make of Jeff and what he's been able to do and what you might expect on Monday with him on defense and as a head coach?
Yeah, a lot of respect for him as a player years ago, and then also a lot of respect for him as a coach and what he's done with that defense. So, we can't control anything really other than that, and we go in there and try and execute and play our best game, and that's all we can do. Really, that's where we're at, and we look forward to the challenge.
And he's upgraded. He's named Todd Downing to take over the play calling on offense.
Yeah.
What changes might you expect? And you've been familiar with Todd, having played the Titans for a few times back.
Yeah, he was there. He was at Oakland years ago in 2017 when Oakland came here, and then both years in Tennessee that he called the plays there as well. So respect for Todd as well, and good coach. He's been in the league for some time, and he's had success. So we're doing our best that we can to adjust to that best we can leading into the game, and then we'll have to adjust early in the game as well.
I apologize if I missed their names, but Matt Collins and Curtis Samuel, they were limited the last couple of days. Or what is their outlook for the game?
Yeah, I think they're full or as close to full as possible. They should be good to go for the game.
What have you seen out of Dorian Williams so far this season?
Growth, development, and really I thought when Milano went down, Dorian, it may not have been that day, but in the days after, Dorian really started to grow and evolve, and I think he just really took a deep breath and relaxed a little bit and started to just see the field, see the game a little bit more clear at that point, and he just continues to grow and develop every week. I mean, the experience factor is real.
Yeah, you got some questions about Dwayne Carter's growth earlier this week. What have you seen out of him just as a person, though? Like, what is he like around meetings in the locker room?
Yeah, very aware young man. I mean, he was a Duke student at Duke, so that speaks for itself to some extent, and highly intelligent person.
I went to Carolina.
Yeah, well, all these people from I mean, it's a great school, so you kind of come with what you're around on a day-to-day basis, right? At schools like UNC, Duke, and there's more beyond that. So he was there for a reason, not just football, but you can tell he's an aware, intelligent young man, and he's also seemingly aware of what it takes to be good at something, not just football, but life in general. And I think those life skills are important because they factor into becoming a good and successful football player.
Talking to some of his coaches at both high school and college level, they mentioned how he balanced kind of being a young guy and absorbing stuff from older players, but then also he'll become a leader really fast. Have you seen that start to happen yet, or is that still a little too early?
Well, I saw flashes of it last week when he was forced into a starting role last week. You saw him early in the game make a big-time play on a screen, and you could just see the energy, the juice, and seemed very comfortable in that moment, in that role, which is, 5 games in, I think it was game 5, right? So 5 games in as a rookie to take on that type of role as a starter, I think that was impressive for him to be able to handle that situation.
Just curious, 5 games in, what you've seen from DeMar as a starter, like how he's progressed and how that's been going through 5 games.
Yeah, again, the development, again, credit the coaches for that, and DeMar in this case as well. What's probably improved more than anything has been his consistency, play in and play out. So, and then game to game. So that's really where he's at this point. All right, thank you guys.